last Monday, I do what I typically do after work, and that is to get a meal from McDonald's. Has been my occasional routine. I get something from McDonald's on another Monday or Thursday, and that's just me. Typically, because of this pandemic, I had to wait outside, wait for the food to come to me, and order from my trusty phone here. But on that Monday, I was actually gestured to go inside of McDonald's. A restaurant with its employees very active, that has been in operation 24/7 throughout this entire pandemic, finally allowed me to come into their restaurant. And this is after a year and 3 months of this bull crap that is the pandemic. Now, I understand that a lot of people may not be sympathetic to what I'm thinking of, or at least of this situation. But this was just one way of how COVID, as well, just with the lockdowns themselves, has affected me. Aside from wearing masks constantly, especially at work, and just getting constant annoying lectures, whether on TV or just on my phone from work, about getting the jab. And I just want a new sense. I just want the original sense of normalcy, not this new normal COVID bullshit that we just have to deal with. But I don't think that's going to last anymore. Within that span of window time, I don't think that's going to last anymore because of a few things that's happening. Number one, Joe Biden, our duly elected president, has decided to issue a vaccine mandate for all federal employees. They must get the vaccine. And if not, they have to be regularly tested for potentially having COVID. This honestly is scary, because this potentially will lead to something that will have wide-ranging effects across this entire nation. I'm talking about a federally mandated, federal vaccine mandate that's going to affect not just federal employees, but the entire population at large. I am not kidding when I say this. The director of the Center for Disease Control and Prevention had actually said that they're considering it. They're considering a federal mandate for having the COVID vaccine. As if that's not a step too far in the breach of personal privacy, a person's choice. I mean, after all, oh my God, I can't believe conservatives actually turned the tables with this argument. But my body, my choice. But just the overall extended reach of government power, when it honestly shouldn't. And that's just number two. Number three, Joe Biden and his administration is actually considering having more lockdowns. I can't believe he's actually considering this. I'm sorry if I'm pausing a lot, but I cannot believe he's actually considering this. Our economy is in dire straits. We're barely afloat as it is. And with the recent housing moratorium being lifted, and it's going to take effect tomorrow, it's definitely going to leave people out of housing. It's definitely going to cause a rise in unemployment. Not to mention how a lot of other crises have been affecting our economy, such as inflation, which has been increasing under Joe Biden, illegal immigration. God, and some of the other lockdowns still going on within Democratic states. Hell, I'm in Washington State. Jay Inslee is still having some lockdowns in effect. I still cannot believe our own state legislator, decided to give this guy emergency powers, as if it never has caused a problem before. Haven't they even watched Star Wars? Hell, just in that case, it led to the creation of an empire. They gave the Senate gave, and I'm talking about Star Wars here. They gave emergency powers to Supreme Chancellor Palpatine to fight the Separatists. And guess what? He centralized power under him, killed the Jedi, and yeah, we already know what this entire story details. My point is, this is just centralizing more power, not only to our state government, at the very expense of our privacy and our own freedom of choice, but our own federal government now. The fourth one, and this definitely pisses me off. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention actually released a few studies where, as it turns out, you are more likely to actually spread COVID. Apparently, you're more likely to spread COVID because of vaccine. And in fact, the vaccine will not stop you from getting COVID whatsoever. These are the same people that want to establish a federal vaccine mandate across the entire United States. And they recently said that people who've already been vaccinated still have to wear the mask. These people said that if we get the jab, we can finally remove the mask. And there will be no problems whatsoever. These people said that if we get the jab, and this was before this change, that you will not get COVID. Hell, recently Joe Biden actually said that. If you get the vaccine, you will not get COVID. As if he's my actual doctor. As if he was an actual doctor in the first place. This is going to lead to a societal collapse. I honestly believe that if the federal government pushes this crap, people will have enough. Last year, they managed to take advantage of the whole fear aspect of COVID-19. No one knew anything about it. No one didn't know much about how to deal with it, except just stay away from other people, 6 feet, wear masks, yada 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 yada. And then led to the breachment of the rise of government control, the rise of interference within our own lives. And this only shows they're not going to stop, not unless we rise up right now. A lot of people are already doing this. Australia is doing this. France is doing this. The entire continent of Europe, where their own legislators are actually considering the vaccine passport, are resisting. We need to join in as well. Because if we don't resist, they're going to do this. They're going to get exactly what they want. And whose fault is it to blame? Well, you can easily point to the federal government, but truth be told, if you want the guilty, look in the mirror. Because you did not resist. You did not decide civil disobedience. And I think we need that. We need civil disobedience. We need a protest right now. Like in France, like in Australia. We need to show these people exactly the quote that Thomas Jefferson said. When the people fear the government, there is tyranny. When the government fears the people, there is liberty. And I'm going to end this video on that note. My name is Noah Meehan on The Art Truth. Please post your comments down below, like this video, subscribe, is here for friends. Also, if you have any issues with my videos, just please put them down in the comment section down below or directly message me. Thank you.
Almost